After the clear success of the new Alien movie, Disney has a guaranteed blockbuster project in the making, a crossover with Predator. There's no better time to revive the iconic showdown between Alien and Predator, and directors from both franchises have already started teasing the idea. According to rumors, the crossover could hit theaters as early as 2027. Fede Alvarez, the director of Alien Romulus, delivered a stellar movie that stays true to the sci-fi roots and horror elements of the series. He managed to blend classic elements with a fresh perspective on the franchise. However, not everyone was thrilled with the result. The casting of young actors and the ending sparked mixed reactions among fans. Despite this, Alvarez has already hinted at ambitious plans for a follow-up. Interestingly, he suggested expanding the story through a crossover rather than a traditional sequel. While Romulus stands on its own as a complete story that can be enjoyed without prior knowledge of the past installments, its accessibility attracted both new viewers and longtime fans, considering the film's success, which grossing around $300 million on a modest $80 million budget. Disney is unlikely to pass up the opportunity to expand the franchise even further. As for Predator, the latest movie titled Prey dropped exclusively on Hulu 2 years ago. Despite skipping a theatrical release, the film earned ratings higher than even the original movies in the series, signaling significant audience interest. Both Romulus and Prey share a fresh approach to classic storylines, reimagining iconic alien races in new ways, making their eventual clash on screen seem inevitable. For instance, Romulus is set between Ridley Scott's and James Cameron's movies. Meanwhile, Prey takes place in the early 17th century, ruling out a direct crossover between the two. However, Prey director Dan Trachtenberg is already developing a new Predator movie titled Badlands, which will move the timeline into the future. If events progress far enough, the storylines could align, opening the door for a crossover. At the Romulus premiere, Fede Alvarez hinted that he already has ideas for a new Alien vs. Predator and expressed interest in collaborating with Trachtenberg. Both directors have proven their ability to handle these franchises with care, delivering successful movies that resonate with audiences. Despite the ongoing confusion with canon, both Alien and Predator hold massive potential. A prequel series titled Alien Earth has already been announced, along with a new Predator full-length movie and an animated series, all slated for release in 2025. If these projects prove successful, the studio is almost guaranteed to greenlight Alien vs. Predator. Discussions about this crossover are already in motion, though a 2027 release date feels overly optimistic. Still, the odds of reviving this concept are high, especially if the mistakes of the past are addressed. The first attempt at a crossover back in 2004 was ambitious in concept but fell flat in execution. What could have been one of the greatest sci-fi clashes of all time ended up disappointing many fans. The plot was overly simplistic and the movie lacked the intensity and depth the premise demanded. However, a future attempt has the opportunity to right these wrongs. With the success of Romulus and Prey, a crossover feels like the natural next step. Disney isn't likely to pass up the chance to merge these two iconic franchises into a colossal blockbuster that can captivate both longtime fans and a new generation of viewers. After all, it's hard to ignore the allure of creating a cinematic showdown that could rewrite the history of the genre if done right. But will Disney dare to push boundaries, or will they play it safe and risk another letdown? We are watching closely. Subscribe.